同学们好，今天和老师学习16课的语法。First，我们看一看 simple directional complement。First，我们学习 simple directional complement. So complements are those components we put after verbs. And today I will introduce directional complement, meaning these complements, they tell the direction. So the pattern of it, you can look at the pattern here. Still, it's a verb, and after the verb, you could use an object or not. And after actually the whole predicate, after the predicate or after the verb, you can use either 来 or 去. And this 来 or 去, they are the complement to tell the direction. We look at some examples together. For example, 回来. 回 is the verb. 回 return, go back. So after 回 there is no object here. And after 回, the components after it to tell the details of this verb, this is 来 the complement. And 来 put after verb 回 to tell the direction, meaning getting closer. So 回来, come back, and the direction is getting nearer, getting closer. This is the example with an object. 回家, go back home. Home in this case, 家 is the object. And after this whole phrase, you can still use the complement of direction, and the 去 in this case is the directional complement here, which tells the details of this verb. Go back home, but after go back, or when you go back, the direction is getting further away. And we look at another example. 拿照片来. 拿照片, take the photo. And after the phrase, the verbal phrase, there is a complement telling the direction of this action. When you do 拿照片, when you take the action of taking photo, when you do it, the direction of this action is getting closer. So bring photo here, getting closer. In this case, 来 as the directional complement, it tells the direction is getting closer to the speaker. 去, the direction is getting further away, and we can use them after a verb or after a verbal phrase as the complement to indicate direction. So we can look at some examples here. 进来 or 进去. 进 means enter, so this is a verb. 进来 getting closer when you enter. 进去 getting further away when you enter. So 进来, maybe somebody say this already in the room. Please come in. 进来. 进去呢, apparently the speaker out of the room. Please go in. 上来, 上 means go up. And when you go up, the direction is getting closer. Come up, 上来. 上去, when you go up, the direction is getting further away. Go up there, right? 下来, come down. 下去, go down there. Second grammatical feature in this lesson, let's look at this sentence with the character 把. In the class, we already know if we use this 把, somehow we change it to be a passive voice, make something done in the sentence. So basically, if we use 把 in the sentence, somehow it indicates the situation or the state has been changed, right? Something, especially the object, his or its or his or her or its state has been changed. So we look at some examples to understand this better. 我忘了这件事. I forgot already. I forgot this matter. And because the state of the matter 这件事 have changed, meaning I make this matter forgotten. So in this case, sometimes you also use the sentence with 把 to tell the state of matter already changed, meaning 我把这件事忘了. I made this matter forgotten. So how do we use sentences with 把? We look at the pattern, please. First, you have to use the character of 把 for sure, and after 把 is the object. If in the sentence we use a 把, then we can put object before the verb. Normally, in normal order, verb first and object afterwards. But if we want to use 把, then we use 把 in first and then the object before the verb, and then maybe some other elements afterwards. For example, the particular tells which tells the completion of something or making questions. 把书还了. Original order should be 还书了, right? Return the book. 把书还了, make the book returned. 把表交了没有? The original order should be 交表了没有? Submitted the form or not. And use the character of 把表交了没有? Make the form submitted or not. 把借书证办了吗? 把借书证办了吗? Make the library card done. 吗 making the question. The original order should be 办借书证了吗? And with sentence of 把 put the object before verb. And most of time in sentence of 把, because it's make something done, you can see we always use 了 after the verb. Another grammatical feature in this lesson is time measure complements, which tell an action lasts for how long. For example, 学习1个月, right? Meaning study for 1 month. And 1个月呢, it's the time measure complement because it's after the verb. 在北京10天, in Beijing for 10 days. Both these two phrases, 1个月, 10天, they tell the action 在北京 or 学习 last for how long, and they are after these verbs or verbal phrases. So these 1个月, 10天, we call them time measure complements, which tell the duration of an action or a state. And the form of it is the verb first, and maybe there is an object. And when you want to use time measure complement, make sure you repeat the verb once again and put the time measure complement right after that. And because this same verb is repeated here, so the original verb you can omit. For example, wait for a while. 等一会儿. So 等 is the verb and there is no object, and 一会儿 is the expression tells for how long, for a while, and then we just put 一会儿 right after the verb. 等一会儿, wait a moment. And this one is the example of repeating of the verb, right? Repeat it, and you can omit the original one. 学习 is the verb, 汉字 is the object, study characters. And when you want to use time measure complement together with this verbal phrase, repeat the verb 学习了一年is the time measure complement. So when you repeat the verb here, the original verb you can omit. Then it becomes 汉字学习了一年, meaning study characters for a year. But some cases, especially in oral language, you don't have to repeat the verb, and you can just put time measure complement right after any sentence or after any verbal phrase. For example, 吃蛋糕一会儿，写汉字一会儿。Right, in oral language, it's not so strict. Time measure complement you can put right after any verbal phrase. It's only in some cases. So this is the grammar for today. 谢谢大家。